close your eyes and imagine a world where the word expensive has lost its meaning, replaced by something far more elusive, the impossible. We are standing on the precipice of a new era, a silent revolution where the traditional markers of wealth, the gold, the logos, the heavy marble, are dissolving into the digital mist. In the year 2030, the billionaire lifestyle is no longer about what you can buy, but about the dimensions you can inhabit and the biological limits you can transcend. The velvet curtain is rising on a future of deep luxury, a realm where your home breathes with you. Your clothes are woven from moonlight and data, and your greatest asset is no longer a bank balance, but time itself, stretched and perfected by science. This is not a dream. It is the blueprint of the ultra-high-end living that is already being built in the shadows for the world's most elite. Today, we step beyond the horizon to witness the evolution of opulence. 1. The architecture of living carbon. As we move toward 2030, the cold, rigid skyscrapers of the past are being replaced by sentient sanctuaries that blur the line between nature and machine. Imagine a residence that does not just sit on the land, but belongs to it, a biophilic masterpiece where walls are composed of living moss that purifies the air to the exact oxygen levels of a pristine alpine forest. These are the breathing homes of the future elite, where smart glass adapts to your circadian rhythm, shifting its tint to mimic the gentle progression of a Mediterranean sun, even in the heart of a winter metropolis. In these spaces, luxury is defined by the absence of stress. The floors are tactile, designed to massage the feet. The acoustics are engineered to eliminate the hum of the outside world, replacing it with a curated soundscape of trickling water and silence. We are seeing the rise of neuroaesthetic design, where every curve of a staircase and every texture of a fabric is scientifically calibrated to trigger dopamine and serenity. For the billionaire of 2030, a home is no longer a trophy. It is a biological charging station, a private ecosystem that protects the mind as much as the body. This structural evolution represents a shift from showing wealth to feeling wealth, where the home anticipates your needs before you even realize them, adjusting lighting to combat seasonal depression and using haptic feedback to guide your movements through a space that feels more like an extension of your own nervous system than a building of stone and glass. 2. The era of the digital couture and liquid silk. The future of high fashion is shedding its physical skin. By 2030, the ultimate status symbol will not be a bag you carry, but a digital aura that only those with the right lens can see. We are entering the age of the programmable wardrobe, where a single garment can change its color, texture, and heat conductivity based on your environment or your mood. Imagine a tuxedo woven from lab-grown silk that is stronger than steel yet lighter than air, embedded with microscopic sensors that monitor your vitals in real time. In this world, the most exclusive ateliers will not just sell clothes. They will sell digital product, passports that guarantee the eternal life of a piece through the blockchain. Craftsmanship is evolving into a hybrid of the hand and the algorithm, where a master artisan in Florence works alongside a generative AI to create a pattern so complex it could never be replicated by human eyes alone. This is quiet luxury taken to its logical extreme. Clothing that doesn't scream for attention but speaks in the whispers of perfect, data-driven fit and ethical transparency. Your wardrobe will become a living archive, where every thread tells a story of its origin and its history. The very concept of off-the-rack will vanish for the elite, replaced by 3D body scanning that ensures every seam is a mathematical perfection. 3. The great escape into the infinite blue. When land becomes too crowded, the ultra-wealthy will look to the horizon. The year 2030 marks the dawn of the aquatic aristocracy, a movement where luxury real estate moves offshore and beneath the waves. We are talking about floating private islands that are entirely self-sustaining, powered by the rhythmic energy of the tides and the warmth of the sun. These are not mere boats. They are sovereign estates that can migrate across the globe to follow the perfect climate. Imagine waking up in an underwater bedroom in the Maldives, where the walls are massive panes of reinforced acrylic, offering a private view of a coral reef you personally funded to restore. These nomadic palaces represent the ultimate freedom, the ability to detach from the geopolitical noise of the mainland and exist in a state of perpetual blue serenity. This is the new frontier of privacy, where the only neighbors are the silhouettes of the deep, and the only boundary is the limit of one's own imagination. These vessels will function as mobile sanctuaries, equipped with vertical farms and desalination plants, allowing the world's most powerful families to exist in a state of elegant autonomy, completely disconnected from the grids of the old world while remaining connected to the global digital consciousness. 4. The sovereign self and the alchemy of longevity. The ultimate luxury of 2030 is the one thing money used to be unable to buy: more life. We are entering the golden age of bio-optimization, where the world's elite are no longer satisfied with staying healthy. They want to be superhuman. Imagine a private wellness suite within your estate that functions as a high-tech alchemy lab, where custom-tailored serums are printed daily based on a morning scan of your DNA and blood chemistry. This is the world of hyper-personalized longevity, where billionaires invest in cellular regeneration and neuroenhancement to keep their minds as sharp at 90 as they were at 25. Status is no longer measured by the vintage of your wine, but by the biological age of your heart. In this future, the silver economy takes over, as the ultra-wealthy use their resources to engineer a limitless existence, turning their own bodies into the most expensive and well-maintained assets they own. It is a world where death is treated as a technical problem to be solved, and youth is a state of mind maintained by the most sophisticated technology on the planet. We will see the rise of retreats that are more like space-age cathedrals than hospitals, where the air is enriched with noble gases and the water is structured for maximum cellular absorption, creating an environment where the very act of existing is a form of medical treatment. 5. The silent travel of the stratosphere. The private jet of 2030 will not be a noisy, carbon-heavy machine. It will be a whisper in the sky. As we look beyond 2030, the elite will travel via hypersonic, hydrogen-powered crafts that can bridge London and New York in under 2 hours, or via luxurious orbital loops that offer the quietest view in the universe, the curve of the Earth. Imagine a journey where there are no windows, only high-definition OLED walls that project the starfield outside or a peaceful Japanese garden, depending on your preference. Travel is becoming experimental alchemy, where the goal is not just to arrive, but to be transformed by the journey. We are seeing the rise of total privacy transit, where automated electric V2Ls pick you up from your terrace and deliver you directly to a waiting sanctuary, without you ever setting foot on a public road. In this future, the luxury of movement is the luxury of never having to wait, never having to be seen, and never having to compromise on the sanctity of your personal space. The airport as we know it will become a relic for the masses, while the elite move through seamless corridors of light and speed, where customs and security are handled by silent, biometric scans while you sip a rare synthetic vintage in a cabin that mimics the exact barometric pressure of your home. The future is not a place we are going. It is a masterpiece we are currently painting. As we have seen, the luxury of 2030 and beyond is shifting from the heavy and the visible to the light, the digital and the biological. It is a world where the greatest treasures are silence, health, and the freedom to exist beyond the reach of the ordinary. Here at Lexure, we remain your dedicated scouts on the frontiers of high-end living, bringing you the blueprints of tomorrow's elegance. If you enjoyed this journey into the future, please give this video a like and subscribe to our circle of connoisseurs to ensure you never miss a glimpse into the billionaire world. Thank you for watching. In our next exploration, we will dive into the world's most secretive private member clubs where the new world order is being shaped over glasses of the world's rarest spirits. Until then, stay refined. Thanks for watching.